You know, you have something, you're using it, and then you put it down, and then the spirits come and they steal and hide it on you. And I swear that's what's happened most of the time. I was using my camera stand, and I'd be damned if I know where that thing went. And it's probably here in this room, but I can't see it. So I guess we'll have to improvise. Anyways, on this episode, we will be building new floors in the hearse. Well, we will be completing the floors in the hearse as we've already started them. Get that baby wrapped up. I've actually started a new job this week, so I'm now a work-at-home guy. So spend the last couple days at the house here trying to get used to sitting on my ass all day long, which is definitely not in my DNA. So currently out in the garage here enjoying a little fresh air and sunshine. Anyways, thanks for watching. We're going to kill it this week for sure. Kill it. Positive thoughts. Alrighty, so let's build some floors. Well, more floors anyway. We already built some. But we're going to continue on and this beast. So, we got these here. I'll refer to them as outriggers because I don't know what else to call them. But there used to be braces that went across here when the floor was flat. But clearly, with the drive shaft in the way, we cannot get them all the way across. So, these are mounted here to the body, as you can see there. So I'm going to extend these out, weld them on all here, then I'll put a little bushing underneath here to support everything, and I think that will be plenty strong. So then I'm going to build sheet metal here. So on my lunch break today, I was working on some patterns here. If I can get that thing to line up, stupid wind. So this is my pocket that I need to use as a pattern here. So I'm gonna draw these out, cut those pieces, and cut these panels out and get some beads rolled into them. And hopefully by the end of the week have this thing as a solid floor. That would be my dream, which, you know, it's supposed to rain for the next couple days, so it's probably not gonna happen, but it is what it is. So hopefully by well, today is July 19th, so hopefully by the end of the month I can have this entire floor in, done, sealed, painted. That way I can install the glass and get the interior going. Because as you know, the clock is ticking, trying to get to Hearse Fest in Fowlersville, Michigan. So this baby's got to be rolling. And we're a long ways from that. Hello, little umbrella. Alrighty, that's the beginning of something. It's not much of a something, but it's more of a something than there was when there was nothing. So, I'm going to trim this off, mark this at the door, and I'm actually going to fold this over so to weld on the inside of that lip there. At some point I will change the rocker panels, but that is not important at the moment. I have far pressing things. Then I'll clean up all this underneath here, weld it all. You know, I got all this in here. Strip all this off, trim as much out, and spot weld it. Well, in reality, I probably won't. I mean, the reality is I'll make an attempt to do it, and then I'll get angry because it's dirty, and then I'll just cover it up and spot weld over it and not tell you about it. But you'll never know, so it'll be fine. So don't worry. It's all right. It was done right, I promise. Finally found my camera stand. Turns out it was on my desk next to my computer, and I've literally been looking at it all day long. Stupid spirits, always hiding crap. Anyways, that's all I got. Yeah, I think it's time for replacement of this thing. It doesn't cut for shit anymore. So here is my mark. This is my cutoff line, so I need to fold this up because that's where I'm going to weld it on the rocker in the door. So I'll just hammer and dolly that up, easy peasy. We can start marking this thing up for some beads. So easy, anybody could do it, even you. Just a flat dolly. All right, let's test it. All right, I'll bring you guys with me. Don't worry. Every time I see these things, I think of Pee Wee Herman.
I pity the poor fool! Don't eat my cereal!
Alrighty. So this will fold over the edge here. A little further dollying to get that to fit just how I want it. And we'll go ahead and weld that. So right now that brace doesn't belong there. It's just using to square things. So I'll have to bend it here 1 inch in to about in this area here so I can attach the tunnel there. So I think I'm ready to roll the beads first, and then I'll go ahead and flange that piece, and then I think I can weld it in here. Well, shortly anyway. I gotta make another one. Alright, so here, I'm gonna bend this up here, starting right there, and then it'll taper to about this point. And the reason I have to do this, 2 reasons. One, I have to have this flanged up, and as it slowly comes this way, it has to be bent up less and less because of the slope here. And the second reason is because I cut it too short, so I have no choice. Improvise, right? Starting to come together. Still got to roll beads. Start up here, move it around a little bit. It's hot. Alrighty, so that's the beginning of something. So trying to keep the floor as flat as possible. So starting to get there. I'm gonna make one heck of a strange transmission hump, that's for sure. But hey, those are at least the things we like to do around here. It's actually killing me not to metal finish this thing, but the fact that it's needing to be a patinaed car, I'm not getting too horribly excited. But most of the crunchy stuff you see there's actually undercoating and not rust, not like the little hole over there. But we'll address that shortly here. I mean, honestly, it's a fairly solid car except for little spots like the running boards, which, you know, like I said, at some point I may or may not do something. I'll have to go over and sweet talk RJ so I can use his 8-foot sheet metal brake, because I don't got one, but he does. Alright, so this is where I need to trim out for my transmission, and then right here is where the cross member is. So I think I'll just bring that line all the way back to the starting point. That way it'll be easier to make that transition with the tunnel. It's becoming increasingly difficult to film today since every neighbor of mine's mowing their lawn at the same time, but we'll try to work through this here. Mostly me sweating. I actually intended on stopping past the tool store today and buying myself a new hole punch, but I forgot to swing by there on my way back from Cars and Coffee this morning, and the thought of climbing back into my non-air conditioning truck and driving over there, it just sounds horrible. You know, it's a little warm today, so perhaps I'll wait for Laura to get home and use her nice car. So we'll just go ahead and use this as a pattern since it matches the other side, and we'll have two. Alright, let's go fit this thing up and starting the toe boards, I guess, here. Just looking to put the braces in there, but trying to get all the panels done so I can do all the beads at the same time. It seems to be a little faster. Alright, so we got these all cut, the braces. I'm going to weld these in here so they'll tie into the, whatever you call that, the original brace that is now gone. Got a little rubber bushing there. It's about 1/4 of an inch. Just enough to bring that level. Then once the floor is all on, then I'll drill and tap into the frame and bolt that down. So essentially making another body mount. And just try to make it as solid as possible. Plus, that's where the seat has to mount, so it's got to be, you know, pretty stout because I don't want to fly out of the car. You've seen the way lower drive, so. That there is 3 sheets of 18 gauge, just about. This is the biggest floor I ever made. That's a hell of a lot of real estate, by the way. So I think I can lay out where I'm going to do my beads. I think I'll weld all these in first before I do anything else. I don't know. Maybe I'll work on the toe boards. Day is still young, so who knows. That is gooder. A little tweak in there on the sides, a little cleanup, and it'll be good. And they say you need tools in metal shape. I got big feet. If I had any sense in my head, I'd be using my plasma cutter. But if I had any sense in my head, I wouldn't be doing this to begin with. I'd be playing golf. But so, it is what it is. You did it. Out of my way, little chair. The real trick is doing this without cutting my leg on the sheet metal. So I've got this line here. That's my actual bend point, so I'm going to bend it ahead of it, at it, and behind it, so that way it's a soft roll. Just give it a little boop beep. Actually, if I was halfway intelligent, I'd be putting this thing in my pipe anvil that is specifically designed to do this, but I forgot because I'm an old person. Oh, the sun killing me. So from paper template to sheet metal part, it's just that simple. I just need to tighten up all the sides and the radiuses and clean all that up, and that'll be ready to weld in. Come out in the morning and bead everything. Hopefully get it all welded in tomorrow is my goal. then the fun part of doing the trans tunnel and the drive shaft tunnel. Those are always a good time. But right now I'm gonna go refresh myself in my pool. Hopefully there's no rats in the skimmer, and then we're gonna go celebrate Christmas. Because why not? It's Christmas.
In July.
Austin's just different.
They don't care. Oh my god, they don't care. Coffin bar. Yeah.
That'll be neat. So yeah, to answer your
Okay, there we go. I almost died.
I know, it's scary.
It's Christmas all the time in Austin.
Christmas in July.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck, by the way. Let's go.
Let's go.
Alrighty, so this here is the partition that goes behind the seat, you know, to separate the front from the back. Has glass on top and whatnot, so I had to get that cleaned up. Had some rust on the bottoms of those, so Laura's going to work on cleaning this up and upholstering it today, I believe, while I continue work on the floors. So little Sunday morning coming down.
Beat it.
What do you would you like to share with your audience what you're doing?
You're making me get the rust off of this thing so that we can upholster it. It's the divider between the driver and the death.
All right, we're out of here. It's going to rain.
You got more?
No, I need my camera.
No, do you have more?
Yes, I'm making it right now.
I don't care about your camera. Do you have more metal to bring me?
Yes. 10 minutes. The rain is working against me. Having the bare sheet metal out here is no good. Came out here this morning, dried it all off, and blew it down with air, and then immediately started raining again. Need to get some paint on this thing here as quickly as possible.
What do you... Bro, I look like Sideshow Bob. And you're just... What are you doing?
I'll carry on. So despite all of her complaining, she has managed to accomplish all of the curtains. All 900 of them. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and threw some paint on here. I don't know if I necessarily needed to, and that was like some satin black that I'm sure I'll regret. But looking at the weather, it's like 8 more days of rain, so I had to just do something with the raw metal. I couldn't leave it, so hopefully it cures enough so I can put the sound deadening on there here shortly. But I did go ahead while I was monkeying around on my lunch break today and welded in all my outriggers or braces or whatever. So I think I am, well, what else I got here? The Marvelous Laura did go ahead and paint the bottoms of all of these panels with the the epoxy, so they are good. I went ahead and drilled all the holes and everything while I was monkeying around here. So these are officially ready to weld in permanently to the car, which is a fantastic thing to think about. I didn't spend too much time on the floors in this video because, I mean, the last video was pretty much the same thing. So it's like, why waste my time? Try to keep this stuff interesting. It's a little harder than it sounds. You know, I'm sitting here watching half-assed customs on the YouTube, trying to do a little research, and I should be working on my own junk, but I'm wasting time. But I'm 100% jealous of his shop. Holy smokes, that thing is nice. It's big, it's bright, it's light inside. You can actually see stuff. I'm here in my crappy cardboard box garage here, trying to make the magic happen. Definitely have some serious garage envy. So, while I'm sitting here crying, maybe I'll have an accidental arson fire and burn this thing to the ground, and I can start over. But I guess anyways, we're gonna get hustling on the floor and wrap this sucker up. So last night, before the rainstorm came in, I went ahead and threw some paint on this sucker here just to stop the rust. So my goal for today is to get the rest of this sheet metal welded in place. So let's stop screwing around and get this party started. Yeah, a shop big enough to park this beast in would be fantastic. Oh, I had hoped to have had this house sold and in my new house and a new shop by now, but that's apparently not going to happen anytime in the near future. Make do with what I got. As they say, a day late, an inch short, which has always been the story of my life. I mean, this place ain't so bad. When I lived in Long Beach, I had a one-car garage, and I accomplished actually a lot of things in there, so I can't complain about this. It's quite a luxury, but if it was 5 times larger, it'd be better. Ba-da-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Damn, that's gonna be hot. Whew. That is most definitely going to be the last time I take that floor out and put it back in. Let's get the hot glue gun and make magic. And yes, to add to my continuous distraction known as my wife, she's decided that she wants to paint the dashboard this weekend, so I gotta weld up the speaker hole here so she can do that. So when I'm done with the floor, then I'll do this. Although she would prefer that I would do this before I did that, but I got my own fish to fry, so I'm gonna hustle on until she comes out and yells at me anyway. Again, distractions, distractions.
15 minutes later.
Well, that didn't last. Gotta keep Mama happy. Now typically you don't want to weld corners like this, you want to round them, but I'm lacking some usable material here, so I'm going to chance it because I'm a risk taker. And I like playing that sweet song of regret. Yeah, the little pieces scare me just a little bit. Little final trimming, and we'll be able to burn that in. I want to try that one again. Oh yeah, looks like a glove. Left-handed glove. Damn. This was a rough draft. The second one's gonna be right. That was the one I intended. Alrighty, that should keep the queen at bay or off my back. The metal finish this thing out and call this done. Let me get back in disguise. Alright. I don't want to kill my radio knobs here. That's where I'm going to put the air ride little switches there. So once I weld this in, then I'll drill a hole and put the air gauge there, and then the chrome switch there and the switch there. So it'll look nice and clean, just like it should be. Looking for... Since my DA broke, I had to use the electric one. Laura's. Alright, so that'll work. I think I'll go ahead and weld up the clock hole too, because who needs that crap, right? I think maybe I'll take it off and maybe instead put like an emblem there or something to break up that piece of the dash, because the clock is all wiped out and I'm not dealing with that thing. So just looking to figure out what to do with the speedometer. I mean, what's there is actually, the speedometer's not in horrible shape, but the bezel's wiped out. So I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I'll send it off or do something different. I don't know. So let's hit that. Alrighty. Okay, goes there, that goes there. Trim those guys off. Just trim this up. Maybe I'll use the sander. This is my gauge here. I just need to find a hole saw. Fit. Too big. Right there. 2 inches. Alright. Wonder if I got a dimple die that'll work. Let's go look. Dimple dies, beetles, dimple dies. That might work. 2 inch. They've been there a while. Any friends? That's 2 inch. All right. Poke a hole right there. Well, after I weld that hole up anyway. Getting a little ahead of myself. Alrighty, buzz that in there real quick. Alrighty, that's done. All right, that'll work. All right. What the hell's half of 7 and 7/8? Stupid math. Makes everything hard. We'll call that good right there. Accuracy, like the government. Figure that's close enough. Drill the pilot hole. Pilot hole there. I don't completely screw it up. do that. Does everything work? That goes there, and that goes there. This is actually kind of nice because it actually got pins that locks the little thingamabobber there in place. As opposed to the old ones that would lock the damn thing on there, you'd never ever get it off. Much better. All right. Look at that. Oh, it's going to work. See if I can find those. Let me go look. Alrighty, come on. Oh, crap. Alrighty, so that there is a manual 3/8 air valve. And that will go in there. Hold on. Alright, so that needs to be drilled out larger. Alright, that's something to do. And I need to do that before I paint, so I'm glad I tried these. Come on. All right, one more. And that is going to work. Alrighty. Oh, well, that ain't gonna work. So I guess not gonna recess it. So yeah, it was a nice thought. So anyways, back under the floors. What is going on mighty, mighty art captain. Ship has gone down. That, my friend, is a problem. No wire. Well, it's been fun. I guess this episode's over because I'm out of wire. It is what it is. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time.